Sometimes, in the stillness of our lives, we are struck by a sense that something is shifting. It's not visible, tangible, or easily understood, but a quiet perception whispers that we are on the threshold of something extraordinary. Perhaps you've felt it too, a call to look beyond the mundane, to listen not with your ears but with your heart. It's as if the universe is about to unveil a new reality, a truth that has always been there, now demanding your attention. This imminent change doesn't arise out of nowhere. It is the result of an invisible tapestry of actions, choices, and intentions you've sown throughout your journey. Sometimes you may have underestimated the impact of a kind gesture, an encouraging word, or even a positive thought you've offered the world. Yet each of these silently planted seeds germinates beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to bloom. It's easy, amidst the rush and challenges, to overlook the signs of this calling. But this isn't just any calling. It's a divine invitation to connect with a greater reality, to realize that what once seemed small and insignificant has been weaving the beginning of something magnificent. Perhaps what you've faced until now was merely a prelude, a preparation for what's to come. This is the moment to open your heart and expand your mind. To recognize that you didn't arrive here by chance but because something greater is moving in your favor. God, the universe, or the divine forces guiding existence are preparing a path. One that begins with your willingness to believe you've been called to something extraordinary. This is the essence of the new reality awaiting you, an opportunity not just to witness change but to become part of it. To let your light shine even brighter and to understand that the journey thus far was only the beginning of a story that is about to be transformed. Are you ready to hear the call? There is immense power hidden in small gestures. Those moments that at first glance seem trivial but carry transformative energy. Imagine planting a seed. It's so small that it might seem insignificant, but within it lies the potential to grow, transform into a majestic tree, and perhaps sustain the lives of many others. So too are the intentions and actions we take, even those we deem irrelevant. Every word you choose to speak, every smile you offer, every act of kindness you decide to share is like a seed cast into the fertile soil of the universe. And just as a seed needs time, water, and sunlight to grow, your actions require trust and patience. They become part of something much greater, an invisible web of intentions that moves the energy around you. Perhaps you don't immediately see the fruits of these actions. A kind gesture, like helping someone in a moment of need, might seem to dissipate without consequence. Yet the universe, in its infinite wisdom, leaves nothing unanswered. It absorbs every particle of intention you release and transforms it into an echo that returns to you in ways you can't imagine. These gestures, no matter how small, have the power to transform. A single word of encouragement could be the spark someone needed to keep going. A simple act of compassion could be the balm for a pain no one else noticed. And the energy you give to the world returns to you multiplied, often in unexpected ways. Make no mistake, the energy hidden in small gestures is neither weak nor imperceptible. It is the foundation upon which great changes are built. It is through this energy that the divine purpose manifests in our lives. If you've ever doubted the relevance of your actions, know that every small choice you make is connected to something greater, something that transcends the present moment. When you act with intention, even in everyday situations, you honor this divine energy. It's as if you're telling the universe, I recognize my role in this whole. I'm here to contribute, to add. And the universe, in response, begins to align its forces, moving what once seemed impossible and revealing opportunities that were previously hidden. So, continue planting these seeds. Even when the results are not immediately visible, trust that the energy you deposit into the world is working in your favor. Because, in the end, small gestures are the tools through which the extraordinary manifests. There is an invisible web connecting us all, a subtle intertwining of energies that binds us in ways we can barely comprehend. Every thought, action, and emotion you experience resonates through this web, reverberating like waves that touch and transform other lives. This invisible connection is the foundation of our spiritual interdependence, a reminder that no gesture, no matter how small, is isolated or insignificant. Imagine a stone cast into a calm lake. The ripples extend far beyond the point of impact, moving the water across its surface. So too is the energy you release into the world, touching people you may never meet, shaping situations you may never directly witness. When you act with kindness, compassion, or even a sincere intention, you affect the collective vibration of this universal web. This interconnectedness means we are all co-creators of a shared reality. It's no coincidence that some people enter our lives precisely when we need them, while others leave when their purpose has been fulfilled. These movements are coordinated by this web, operating with the precision of a divine symphony. Thus, when you act consciously, offering a smile or helping someone silently, you contribute to the balance of this greater system. The intentions you set return to you, often in unexpected ways. It's like planting flowers in a garden that will be enjoyed not only by you but by all who pass through it. This connection also explains the coincidental encounters that change the course of our lives. That person who appears exactly when you needed guidance. The opportunity that arises as if tailor-made for you. These moments are not mere coincidences. They are orchestrated by this invisible web, responding to your intentions and alignment with the divine. Similarly, your challenges do not exist in a vacuum. When you face difficulties, your experience can inspire others dealing with similar struggles. You become a beacon of hope even if you don't realize it. The way you choose to confront your difficulties strengthens this invisible network, transforming pain into purpose and doubt into faith. We are all interconnected by this energy network. When one of us rises, we all rise. When we choose to act with love and awareness, we help heal the wounds of humanity. By recognizing this connection, we begin to live with greater intention, knowing that every thought and every gesture carries more weight than we imagine. Remember that as you walk your journey, you are never truly alone. Every person you meet, every event that occurs, is part of this divine web, weaving together the grand purpose of creation. You are an important knot in this universal fabric, and your energy is essential for the harmony of all. There are moments when the universe seems to conspire almost magically, bringing us what we need even when we didn't know what we were seeking. These occasions don't arise by chance. They are carefully orchestrated by greater forces, moving invisible pieces on life's grand chessboard. The great opportunity being prepared for you is not merely an isolated event but the culmination of your actions, thoughts, and spiritual alignment. Imagine a farmer patiently preparing the soil, planting seeds, watering the ground, and waiting. For weeks, nothing seems to happen. The earth remains quiet, but beneath the surface, the seeds are transforming, creating roots, growing toward the light. Then one day they sprout, bringing life where there was once emptiness. Such is the arrival of the great opportunity. It isn't luck but a blossoming that has been silently cultivated by everything you've done and, more importantly, by who you've chosen to become. This opportunity is for those prepared to receive it. Often, we mistake life's silence or delays for absence when they are periods of gestation. The universe never forgets its children, and every prayer, every effort, every moment of faith is accounted for. What seemed withheld, what seemed impossible or distant, was actually being perfected to align with the exact moment when you were ready to embrace it. This great opportunity may manifest in unexpected ways. A person entering your life, a door that seemed closed suddenly opening, or a talent you've always had but never fully explored revealing itself as a calling. These are answers delivered by the universe in divine timing, not when we think we're ready but when we truly are. It's important to remain attentive and receptive. Opportunities often arrive wrapped in simplicity, and we may fail to recognize them if we are distracted or attached to rigid expectations. The lesson here is to open your heart and mind, understanding that the universe operates beyond human limitations. What you expected in a specific form may appear differently but infinitely better. When this opportunity arrives, it will be like sunlight flooding a dark room, bringing clarity, hope, and renewal. It's not just about achieving something external but understanding that the great opportunity reflects your inner evolution. It's the moment when the universe validates everything you've faced, learned, and overcome. It is confirmation that your journey has not been in vain. The great opportunity is coming not to complete you but to amplify everything you already are. When it reveals itself, receive it with gratitude, knowing it's not the final destination but a new chapter in your walk. Because ultimately, the greatest opportunity the universe can offer is discovering within yourself the strength, faith, and beauty that have always been there. Change often arrives silently, like a gentle wind moving leaves without fanfare, yet its impact can completely transform the landscape. Other times, it's abrupt, like a storm shaking everything we thought was firmly rooted. Either way, change is inevitable, but more than that, it is essential. It is the brush the universe uses to rewrite our story, aligning us with the greater purpose we were destined to fulfill. However, change carries a paradox. While we yearn for growth, we often resist the discomfort it demands. After all, to change means letting go of what we know and stepping into the unknown. But it is precisely in this space of uncertainty that the greatest transformations occur. Change challenges us to abandon old ways of thinking, limiting patterns, and sometimes even versions of ourselves that no longer align with who we are meant to be. When change knocks on the door, our first reaction might be fear or resistance. This is natural, as the new always carries a degree of unpredictability. But here's the secret: discomfort is the signal that we are being called to grow. Before a butterfly can fly, it must endure the darkness of the cocoon. Before a seed can bloom, it must break through its shell. Nothing truly worthwhile is born without some degree of transformation, and change is the fire that purifies, renews, and reveals the best in us. Accepting change does not mean fully understanding what it will bring. It means trusting the process, even when we cannot see the full path ahead. Change teaches us to live in the present, to trust in something greater than ourselves, and to recognize that even when everything seems chaotic, there is a divine order guiding every step. Often, we resist change because we are attached to the comfort of what we know. Ironically, it is by letting go of the old that we make space for the new. Imagine holding a bucket full of stones while trying to receive a gift. To hold the gift, you must release the stones. So it is with change. It asks us to let go, to make room, to detach. And what we receive in return for this act of courage is something far beyond what we could have imagined. Change not only transforms us but also reshapes our view of the world. It teaches us to value the present, to find strength in moments of vulnerability, and to see life as a dance of constant evolution. Each step is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to draw closer to our purpose. Accepting change is an act of faith. It is recognizing that even when everything seems to be falling apart, something new is being built. It is trusting that every apparent loss is, in reality, an exchange for something greater. It is understanding that the unknown is not a void but a field of infinite possibilities. In this way, change transforms us, not only outwardly but profoundly. It reminds us that we are beings of evolution, destined to grow, to learn, and to become ever more aligned with our divine essence. So, when change comes, and it will, welcome it as a friend, a mentor, a guide. Because it is through change that the universe whispers, "You are ready for the next chapter." When we view change through a spiritual lens, we see that it is rarely random. Every shift in our lives, no matter how small or monumental, carries a higher purpose. Sometimes, change manifests as an unexpected loss, an overwhelming challenge, or even a period of stagnation. Yet, at its core, every transformation is a seed planted in the fertile soil of our spiritual growth. The higher purpose behind every change is intrinsically tied to the evolution of our soul. Just as clay must be molded to gain form and meaning, our lives must be refined through experiences that invite us to grow. It's easy to see beauty and joy, but it is in moments of difficulty that we uncover the deepest lessons. These moments force us to look inward, question our certainties, and connect with the divine wisdom within us. Every change, no matter how uncomfortable, carries a message. It may be calling us to release what no longer serves us, align our actions with our values, or rediscover our true identity. It's as if the universe places a mirror before us, reflecting the areas where we still need to grow, mature, and trust more deeply in our greater purpose. There is a divine synchronicity at work in every transformation. The universe collaborates with the choices of our soul, creating circumstances that challenge and propel us beyond what we believe possible. Think of change as a letter written by God, addressed exclusively to you, filled with wisdom, lessons, and opportunities to expand your consciousness. However, this letter can only be read with an open heart and a willing mind. It's important to remember that the purpose of each change is not always immediately evident. Often, we can only understand the meaning of transformations when we look back, connecting the dots. In the moment of living through change, it may feel like we are lost or out of control. But by trusting the process, we discover that every piece of the puzzle fits perfectly into the divine design of our lives. Change doesn't come to destroy us but to rebuild us. It invites us to abandon what is no longer aligned with our essence, be it limiting beliefs, draining relationships, or habits that distance us from our true path. By doing so, it creates space for something more authentic, more meaningful, and more connected to our purpose. When we embrace the higher purpose behind change, it ceases to be a source of fear and becomes a catalyst for transformation. We face each challenge as a step towards something greater, each loss as an opportunity for rebirth, and each uncertainty as an invitation to trust. This perspective liberates us from resistance and allows us to flow with the natural movement of life. The beauty of change lies in its ability to bring us closer to who we truly are. It reveals the strength we didn't know we had, the faith that seemed distant, and the wisdom that lay dormant within us. Change is ultimately a divine gift, a gift that helps us align our inner selves with the eternal purpose for which we were created. So, when we face changes, whether big or small, may we see beyond the immediate discomfort. May we recognize the divine touch in every transition, knowing that in the end, it is all leading us back to our higher purpose and the truth of who we really are.